Valguero for Ark Survival Ascended is now an amazing map for polymer farming. There's 3 options available for organic polymer harvesting. 1 being organic polymer plants, 2 being harvesting dead and moldy creatures, and 3 harvesting creatures that give loads of polymer. I'm going to first start by showing you 3 locations where you can harvest organic polymer plants. The first one being the absolute best in the redwoods. To find this polymer plant location, you'll want to head towards Red Obelisk, and behind it you'll see a large hollow out tree stump, and inside that it is filled with loads and loads of polymer plants. The coordinates for the center of the tree stump are located at 80.8 and 15.1. The best creature in the game for harvesting these plants is a dire bear, so if you have one, bring it along. On your bear, just run around the area chomping all of the plants. I am doing this on single player with 1x rates, and you can see that we are getting loads and loads of polymer as we go around. So I'm going to finish harvesting all of the plants in the area, and then we'll see how much polymer we got. After harvesting the final plants, we took a look at my inventory here, and you can see we have stacks of polymer. When I added it all up, we had 2,795 polymer in total, which is an insane amount for about a minute of farming. If you do not have a dire bear, another good harvesting option for these plants is to use a Therizino, making sure that you've put a lot of points into the delicate harvesting. With the Theri you don't get as much, but you can see we still have stacks here. In fact, we have 1,152 polymer. The next best place for farming polymer plants is the artifact of the Skylord Cave. To find the cave entrance, you want to first locate the castle ruins in the White Cliffs area and head to the canyon below it. Tucked away you'll see some purple crystals, and this is the entrance to the Skylord Cave. The coordinates for the cave entrance are 78.5 and 90.4. When you enter this cave, you'll see a large lake area, and all around the sides to the left and right you will see the polymer plants. You want a pretty tanky, beefy tame in here because there are a lot of cave creatures here of pretty high levels, loads of snakes, arthropleura, scorpions, and spiders. On the left side of the lake, there are quite a few patches of polymer plants for you to harvest. There are also some decent loot crates in here as well, which I recommend grabbing. You can see we're getting loads of polymer here, and there's some more in the distance. At the back, at the little monument here, there is some polymer plants as well. If you want to go through the underwater tunnel and get to where the artifact is, you will also find lots more polymer plants in here. But if you're just coming in for farming reasons, I just recommend farming the main room. I finished farming all the plants in the main area and got a good amount of polymer. I got 2,969 polymer, which is loads. One thing I did notice here is that if you look in the distance, you'll see that the plants have started to respawn. So if you need even more polymer, you can do another lap around this cave and then probably double the amount of polymer that you will get. The next place you will find polymer plants is in the aberration area of the Valguero map, in particular the radiation zone. The main entrance down to the aberration area is located at 37.5 and 57.6. The entrance to the radiation area is located at 35.6 and 65.1. Although you can get a lot of polymer here, it is not my most recommended area. The reason why I say this area is not the best is you need to have a full hazard suit in order to not take radiation damage for the player. However, for the best polymer plant gathering tames like the bear and the Therizino, they will take radiation damage when entering, so what you need to make sure you do is have mushroom brew crafted to feed it to them once they enter the radiation area. This only gives them 2 minutes of protection from the radiation, but if you enter here you will see there are lots and lots and lots of polymer plants together as well. There are reapers, there are rock drakes, and they are carcinos, so watch out for that. You can see that the areas with the polymer plants are really large here. In fact, my bear got encumbered pretty quickly, only harvesting 2 of these areas. And with only harvesting 2 of these areas, we got loads of polymer. In fact, when we take a look at my bear's inventory, we got a total of 3,720 polymer, which is loads. There's even more in that area if you want to keep farming. All along the shoreline in the main lake, you will find dead dolphins. If you harvest these, you will get polymer. This is one of the best locations right here. You can see we have 5 dead dolphin corpses here. That means that we can harvest those to get a stack of polymer, especially if you need it quickly or you just need a small amount. This is a great spot. Here is where I am at on the map. It is 39.9 and 36.2. Just a little bit further down that same beach, there is another 5 dolphin corpses here you can harvest, so this is a really good spot. This one here is at 41.6 and 38.3. When you harvest the dead dolphins, if you use a pick or a hatchet, you get a very similar amount when doing so. The best tool to harvest them is of course the chainsaw. You'll get lots more polymer this way. But if you're early game, you could use a pick or a hatchet. There is about 13 dead dolphin locations for the Valguero map. I'm not going to list them all in the video, but check the description and I'll give all the coordinates right there. The dolphins are also not the only carcass that you can harvest to get polymer. In the swamp, you'll find lots of dead T-Rexes and lots of dead Stegos that you can harvest for loads of polymer. The swamp is a bit of a hellhole though, so I don't know why you would want to come here to harvest polymer. One thing to note though is that the yield from the polymer from these creatures is higher than that of the dolphins. There are several locations all through the Valguero swamp. They are mainly in the northern part of the swamp. This location here with 4 carcasses is at 38 and 84.7. There are many other carcass locations. I'm going to give a full list in the description of this video with the coordinates so you can go and farm there if you would like. Another way of getting yourself loads of polymer is to kill and harvest polymer giving creatures. Mainly on this map you have Carcinos in the aberration zone and there are a few mantis in the wyvern area. But I think Carcinos is your best bet. In the aberration zone, head along the rivers in the green fertile area and you will find Carcinos there. Similar to the other carcasses, you will get the most polymer when using a chainsaw when harvesting the bodies. My name is Crabbytron and my goal is to make detailed, accurate guides for Ark Survival Ascended. If you like that, subscribe for more or you can click on this one right here. Whoa, this is the world's biggest tree. What, there's polymer plants here?